It's too early to call it a mulligan right now, but if you're a Yankee fan, you have to be very worried about Cole. They paying him $36, $37 million a year. You want to give him a little break last year in the wild card game because he had the bad hamstrings, and that explains them getting bombed by the Red Sox. 2 years ago, he wasn't wonderful in 5 innings of work against Tampa in Game 5. I know he's had his moments. He had that one game last year in Houston where everybody went gaga about when he went all the way before the All-Star break. But you really have to wonder here, if this is going to work itself out at the end of the road. First off, the sticky stuff, he hasn't been quite the same. Last night he couldn't get the ball over the plate, albeit 40 degrees, I understand. But still, the Yankees will never admit this because the Yankees will not ever admit that they may have made a mistake. But if you could ask them right now if they would take $325 million back, that not give it to Cole, they might say quietly over a cocktail, you know what? That may have been an error. They may it's his 3rd year, and he really hasn't been dominant yet. He's had his moments, and last year I know he was in the running for the Cy Young. That was because there were no other candidates in the American League. Robbie Ray run it for crying out loud. But, I would be a little worried about Cole. He seems to be a little sensitive, The whole thing, the opening day, he was annoyed because they're on the field with the pregame ceremony a little too much. He was annoyed by that. I'd be a little worried about Cole right now if I'm a Yankee fan. And they certainly gave him a fortune, $325 million, a contract they will never get out of. And you have to wonder, on a day when you pay that kind of money, I want 15 to 17 games a year, and I want dominant pitching in postseason play. That's what I want, if it's my money, if I'm the owner. If I'm going to pay you $324 million, I want 15 to 7. I'm not asking for 20 in this day and age, but I want 15 to 17 wins a year. I want you to be very good against our rivals, and I want you to be lights out come postseason. And that has not been the case. That is item number 2. Item number 3 are the Mets. And let's give them a little credit. We've been down this way 1,000 times. 9-3. They've gotten off to good starts before last year. They were in first place for a long period of time. But that was a nice doubleheader yesterday on a frigid day in New York against the Giants. They were down 4-1 early. Came back and they got the game tied. They won it on a Lindor base hit after Lindor got a base hit earlier in the game to tie it. As you see here, Scherzer had a no-hitter into the, 5th or 6th inning in the nightcap. He gutted his way through 100 pitches. pitches. Scherzer throws over 100 in a 40-degree day. He has short spring training, too. And the Mets turn around and beat Logan Webb and beat San Francisco twice, a team they had trouble with last year. Give the Mets a little credit. Lindor's got a little life. He's hitting. He's into it. The fan base seems to be immersed in him. That's a major scenario. Scherzer's pitched well. Bassett's pitched well. Diaz out of the bullpen's done a nice job. Lugo pitched pretty well yesterday after some, questionable 2 outings prior to it. I like what McNeil's hitting. I like what Marte's done well. I like that. I like what I see with the Mets.